The Teamsters Union has just launched the largest labor strike against retail giant Amazon for refusing to engage with unionized workers. Now, the strikes began on Thursday in the morning in several states: New York, Georgia, California, Michigan, Illinois, and others. At least 10 facilities. Local unions also have said that they are setting up picket lines at hundreds of different Amazon fulfillment centers, according to the Teamsters. So here we go. We got a labor action right before the holidays. Now, in a news release, the Teamsters Union calls it the largest strike against Amazon in U.S. history and says it comes after Amazon refused to bargain with workers that have organized themselves with the Teamsters, about 10,000 workers. Sean O'Brien, who I've had some disagreements with, but came out real strong against Amazon, said, if your package is delayed during the holidays, you can blame Amazon's insatiable greed. We gave Amazon a clear deadline to come to the table and do right by our members. They ignored it. The union said about 10,000 workers have joined with the Teamsters and are fighting for higher wages, benefits, and safer working conditions. You know, things that Amazon's not really known for. There's been some interviews that Common Dreams, for example, had with some of these Amazon workers that are striking that say that we do not get paid enough for what we're doing. Okay, and the working conditions are rather abysmal. Now, that said, Amazon came out with a claim that those workers, were illegally coerced to join the union. Then why are they on the picket line? Okay, if they're illegally coerced, why are they picketing? It's very interesting. Doesn't sound like coercion to me. But what does is the mandatory union busting meetings that Amazon has been caught doing. In fact, earlier this year, the National Labor Relations Board ruled that Amazon had made unlawful promises and threats during these captive audience meetings. The NLRB also said that Amazon managers had solicited grievances and made implied promises to remedy them if the workers rejected the union during these mandatory meetings held at a Staten Island warehouse known as JFK 8 ahead of a 2022 union election. At other meetings, managers illegally threatened to withhold raises and benefits that the warehouse unionized, according to the same decision. So, tell me again, who's doing the coercion here? Seems like, Amazon, again, they're well known for their union busting tactics, tearing down union signs, doing these captive audience meetings, all that stuff. But this statement from Amazon is absolutely hilarious. Let me read it. For more than a year now, the Teamsters have continued to intentionally mislead the public, claiming that they represent thousands of American employees and drivers. They don't. And this is another attempt to push a false narrative. See, these workers, they claim to be union, but they're actually not. Really? Interesting. So, fake news. That's all it is. It's fake news. They're not actually union workers. Why? Because we said no. Oh, you said no. Okay. There's more. The truth is that the Teamsters have actively threatened, intimidated, and attempted to coerce Amazon employees and third-party drivers to join them, which is illegal and is the subject of multiple pending unfair labor practices charges against the union. Yeah, really, you want to talk about projection, right? That is a masterclass on projection, especially the threats, intimidates, and intimidation and coercion. Okay, yeah, Amazon literally being found to have engaged in all of those things. Right. No, here's the reality. Okay, Staten Island facility voted to join the union in 2022. Okay, now Amazon was like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling this. This is not consensual with me. You forgot to ask us. But that's not how unionization drives work. You see, workers have a right to join the union if a majority of them vote to join the union. That's what happened in 2022. But Amazon's like, no, you forgot to ask me, and I say no. So, because Amazon refuses to acknowledge the existence of the union, they are saying, well, we don't have to negotiate a contract with them. Well, that's not how that works. Okay. Yeah, you might not recognize that these workers joined a union, but the workers certainly have. And that's why they're striking. And by the way, that's not what the National Labor Relations Board is saying. They officially certified the union representing workers at the facility. So the NLRB government says, well, yeah, they voted to join a union, so that's a union. And Amazon's like, no, they have appealed that ruling. And I'm thinking that they're likely to now drag out the decision until Donald Trump takes power. President-elect Donald Trump, who's not exactly a fan of unions, along with shadow president Elon Musk. Also not a fan of unions. Also not a fan of labor. This is why I had the disagreements with Sean O'Brien, who spoke at the RNC. Okay, I get that he's like, well, I want to make sure that whoever becomes president supports union rights, right? You're not going to get Republicans to support union rights. You're not going to get billionaires to support union rights. That's the thing. You have to force them, okay? You have to force them to accept you. That's the thing. You've got to fight them, not try to get them on your side, because they're never going to be on your side. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are management. Management is always going to defend management. It's always going to side with management against labor. So that's what frustrated me about Sean O'Brien. But here, he's being pretty strong, okay? And so that's good. Now, Trump, when he gets into power, obviously his NLRB is not going to be union friendly. You only have to look at the pick this time, as well as what happened when he was president before. They made a lot of anti-labor, pro-corporate decisions. So understand that that is why the union has chosen to strike now, even though it's like right next to the holidays, okay? And by the way, they're also, if there is disruption, people are going to be like, whoa, what is going on here? Why are my packages delayed? Well, it's because Amazon failed to negotiate with the union, to even recognize the union, okay? And understand too that this is going to be the last chance for the union to actually make any gains, at least for the next 4 years. So you got to strike while you can, okay? And by the way, Amazon knows that it's their last chance, which is why they have managed to get police on their side. Of course, police have been deployed by the elites to try to intimidate striking workers. In fact, there was already an Amazon worker detained by police during a strike action outside the company's warehouse in Queens, New York on Thursday. There was a video posted by New York State Senator Mike Gianaris showing a man in an Amazon jacket, an Amazon driver, being pulled from his truck amid a group of picketing Teamsters outside the DBK4 warehouse in Maspeth on Thursday morning. Reporters at the scene said that the man was a driver who attempted to join in the strike, but was taken away by police, hauled away for exercising his right as a worker to strike. So this tells you, is another example, showing you police are not there to protect the workers, the people. They're there to protect capital, okay, and the owners of said capital, which is not us, which is not the workers, okay? We are nothing more to them than human capital stock to be tossed aside when we are no longer able to generate profits for the shareholders and the executives. Understand that right there is why we need unions and why people of all political stripes should be joining together to try to fight for the rights of working people, because we're all working people. No one else is going to stick up for the workers. Management's not going to stick up for the workers, obviously. Donald Trump's not going to stick up for the workers. Hell, even a lot of the Democrats aren't going to stick up for workers. Joe Biden being an exception, right? Bernie Sanders is an independent. He's one of the most pro-worker, politicians that we have. And again, Biden gets credit as well. Obama does not get credit, okay? Because I remember back when they were doing the right to work in Wisconsin and Michigan, you had Obama before that saying, "Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna put on my walking shoes and I'm gonna walk the picket lines." And then what happened? He didn't. Okay, so Obama gets no cookies on that, but Biden actually does. And there are other, pro-labor Democrats, but there's also very anti-labor Democrats. But you can almost find no pro-labor Republicans. Some might say things like J.D. Vance, but they're going to get their opinions are going to get completely tossed aside for people like Donald Trump and Elon Musk, who are anti-union, anti-labor, anti-worker, and pro-corporate. So, again, none of those people are going to stick up for the workers. Then who will? Us, all of us, because we are all workers here. So that's why I'm urging everyone to stand in solidarity with the union and with the workers until Amazon and these other companies stop exploiting them, start paying them a fair wage, offering good benefits, and having a safe work environment. That's what we're asking for. It shouldn't be that hard. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.